What's up guys, my name is Dylan McKay. I'm making a video today to talk to you about a challenge that I set for myself back in November. I wanted to commit to intermittent fasting for the entire month without fail. If you guys don't know what intermittent fasting is, there are a few different kinds of intermittent fasting. So the variation that I did, there's a 16-hour period where I don't eat and then an 8-hour feeding window. So what I would do is I would begin fasting around 8 o'clock at night, and then I would break my fast about noon. And I would break my fast with about 11 or 1200 calorie meal, and then I would eat another dinner about 600 calories, 700 calories or so at night. And those were the only two meals I'd really have throughout the day. So I committed to doing intermittent fasting, to paying a little bit closer attention to my diet and really sticking to being a little bit below 2,000 calorie deficit so I could lose some weight. Hitting the gym, and then no alcohol for the entire month. So that's what this video is going to show you. So here we go. This is a video of me on November 3rd. So I started on November 3rd and I finished on the 30th. So I did 28 days, 4 full weeks. Here's me on the 1st, walking out. I weighed 187 pounds right here. As you can see, I have a pretty good sized gut. This was actually after I'd already started fasting. I was about 16 hours fasted right now. This is right after I woke up, so it's fresh morning, like I hadn't eaten anything in a long time. I'm not intentionally trying to make myself look fat or anything. Here's my body fat percentage about a week after this. Here's me 28 days later. I dropped down to 177 pounds. I lost a full 10 pounds in 28 days. That's 2.5 pounds a week. That is a healthy amount while being about as aggressive as you can be. As you can see, I'm still playing with my fat there a little bit. You can see how it kind of sits on my body. I still have a bit of a belly. That is something that I'm going to continue working on this and keep doing, but I wanted to show you guys what I look like after the fact. Body fat percentage at the end, I did weigh it, so this is only actually a 3-week test on the body fat, so 3 weeks of fasting. As you can see here, about 13%, so a little over 2% dropped. That's really good for the month. So our body uses fuel from the most recent meal we ate from about 6 to 8 hours after we ate it. After 8 hours or so, our body doesn't have that food to fuel off of anymore, so it starts targeting fat cells as our insulin levels drop. Once you hit about 12 hours, which is about the time that most people would break their fast, in the morning or whatever, but if you can make it to 12 and you can continue that on to 16, 18, 20 hours, whatever, that's when you're going to be targeting those hardest to get fat cells. Your insulin levels are at their absolute lowest. So I'd wake up around 8 or 7:30 and I'd go hit the gym. I'd work out in a fasted state. I was able to focus on work, get through a lot of stuff, and just I was on point, in that fasted state. I just really felt like I was operating really well, really good. And it's kind of nice. You're not having that little crash that you have just from eating food in general. And so I really never felt like I was fighting hunger, because I got to eat this big meal for lunch. It was just like I'd look forward to it, I'd eat it, and then I'd be full, and sometimes by that last meal I'd have to have okay, I just gotta kind of force some stuff in so that I'm fine. And why I think it's really worked through Thanksgiving or works through the holidays is that it is flexible. Like if you're gonna go to dinner at 9 o'clock at night, or you have a date or something like that, and you're gonna be eating a little bit later, all you have to do, let's say you finish your final meal at 10, well, you just can't break your fast till 2 the next day. Which I found for me, most of the times I was waiting till about 2 to eat. And it's okay if sometimes you don't quite hit that 16 hours fasted state, as long as you get back on track that next day. That's why I think that this really can work for anyone. What I did as far as the gym goes, some of you may ask, I was working out in a fasted state, so I was lifting. I was strictly lifting. We did about 4 or 5 times a week, James and I. We would do arm day, shoulder day, back day, leg day, and a chest day. We store these little fat cells, little fat pockets inside of our muscles. And when we're lifting in a fasted state, we start pulling from those. We take those fat cells and we push them out into our bloodstream, and then our bloodstream, burns those fat cells or those little fat pockets. So we replenish those fat pockets in our muscles with fat from our belly or from other places where we're storing extra fat. And so you're actually burning a little extra fat when you're lifting in a fasted state. And I didn't find any sort of energy depletion from doing that, or any sort of, maybe your first week can be a little bit tougher. But for the most part, I didn't experience any lack of strength. I was still able to lift hard each of these days and really push myself hard with these workouts, and then go get, you know, food afterward and just kind of supply and nourish those muscles afterward to help recover. I've always had a hard time, you know, consistently having healthy food around, or eating healthy meals 3 times a day, or having a bunch of small meals, a bunch of healthy snacks. So it's a lot easier for me to focus on just having a small window of time when I need to eat, and then being a little bit more lenient with what I can eat in that window. And that's one thing I really, really like about fasting. Jim Stepani, he's a bodybuilder, he talks about how if you want to eat whenever you want, then you gotta be careful what you eat. If you want to eat whatever you want, then you just gotta be wary of when you're eating it. And so he kind of says with intermittent fasting, I mean, you really can, to a degree, eat whatever you want. I just wanted to share my thoughts and my experience with you guys. It was cool just to prove to myself that I could commit to something for an entire month and see it through. Do what you can now to start getting healthier and happier. It's the beginning of December now. Set yourself a goal till the end of December, whatever it is, as small as it is. If it's you want to be waking up at 6 a.m. every day to get your day started earlier, you know, I'm sure a lot of you already do that. That's something that's a struggle for me. I don't wake up early. That's hard for me. But whatever the goal is, you know, if it is sobriety, if you don't want to drink for a month, it could be fasting, it could be not drinking energy drinks, it could be whatever. When you start making little changes and you start doing little things each day, it really builds that confidence and that momentum, and you're gonna keep doing it. Believe in yourselves. I believe in myself. I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. So if you see me next month and I fucking fell off the wagon, then slap me in the face. But basically, you know, I'm gonna keep this up. I'm gonna hopefully make another video next month that's gonna show my progress. I'm gonna keep fasting, have some more goals. I wanna really hit 170, then I wanna switch it over to bulking. And I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna do some intermittent fasting bulking. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. Thanks for watching my video. I love you. I love each and every one of you watching this. You're amazing. Keep on keeping on.